The Xi Jinping thought that China will now teach from school to university. The China Education Ministry said that the effort was aimed to cultivate the builders and successors of socialism with an all round moral, intellectual, physical, and aesthetic grounding. From its primary school up to university, China will now teach Xi Jinping thought to establish Marxist beliefs in the country youth and for strengthening the resolve to listen to and follow the party. Its Minister of Education said in a new guideline published on Tuesday. Official called the Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era. They are set for policies and ideas attributed to Chinese President Xi Jinping, who many now regard as the country's most powerful leader since Mao Zedong, the founder of the People's Republic. Xi Jinping thought, which has first mentioned at the Communist Party's top conclave in 2017, became a part of China's constitution a year later. The step is being interpreted as Xi's latest move to expand the Chinese Communist Party's role in every walk of life from business to cultural institutions, schools, and colleges. The Education Ministry said in a statement that the effort was aimed to cultivate the builders and successors of socialism with all round moral, intellectual, physical, and aesthetic grounding. What is Xi Jinping thought? Xinhua, China's official state news agency, describes Xi Jinping thought at the time of adoption in 2018 as the latest achievement in adapting Marxism to the Chinese context and encapsulates the practical experience and collective wisdom of Communist Party of China and the people. The thought spells out 8 fundamental issues at the theoretical level and lays down 14 fundamental principles to guide the government's effort. Among the fundamental issues listed is making China a moderately prosperous society through a socialist modernization and national rejuvenation, thus building China into a great modern socialist country that is prosperous, strong, democratic, culturally advanced, harmonious, and beautiful by the middle of the century. It also says that the party intends to build world-class military forces that obey the party's command, can fight and win, and maintain excellent conduct. Another one state the overall goal of comprehensively advancing law-based governance is to establish a system of socialist rule of law with Chinese characteristics and build a country of socialist rule of law. The party has also declared as the highest force for political leadership. The 14 fundamental principles to bring the endeavor into action are as follows: ensuring party leadership over all work, committing to a people-centered approach, continuing to comprehensively deepen reform, adopting a new vision for development, seeing that the people run the country, ensuring every dimension of governance is law-based, upholding core socialist values, ensuring and improving living standards through development, ensuring harmony between humans and nature, pursuing a holistic approach to national security, upholding absolute party leadership over the people's forces, upholding the principles of one country, two systems, and promoting national reunification, promoting the building of a community with a shared future for humanity, exercising full and rigorous governance over the party. Have all China's leaders enforced such thoughts? Not all. Of all the leaders that Communist Chinese has sent so far since 1949, Mao Zedong, Deng Xiaoping, Jiang Zemin, Hu Jintao, and Xi Jinping, only Mao, Deng, and Xi have had their own binding philosophies. Among them too, only Mao and Xi have had the political stature to enforce their thoughts. While they are still ruling, Deng's philosophy was published posthumously. Thank you.